The practice of sheltering migrants should have never been in place. Giving them a place to stay is nothing more than harboring a fugitive from justice. This ties the hands of Border Patrol and makes their job even more difficult. It's time to release the ties that bind. This is Dark Star 44.
President-elect Trump reportedly ready to give ICE the green light to enforce mass deportations on his first day in office. NBC News reports the president-elect plans to drop restrictions on where the immigration officers can arrest immigrants. Advocacy groups already slamming the move to scrap a policy that's been in place since 2011. News Nation's Xavier Walton has more from Texas this morning. Xavier, how does this move benefit the president-elect's agenda?
Hey, Marky, good morning. Well, immigration officials that I'm talking to say, you know what, this will certainly help speed up President-elect Donald Trump's efforts with that mass deportation efforts when he takes office in about 39 days or so. But let's talk more about this long-standing policy. You mentioned this has been in place since 2011, but what it does is it restricts ICE agents from arresting undocumented people at churches like we're at this morning, hospitals, even schools, without a supervisor signing off on it, so to speak. They're considered sensitive locations, almost like safe havens, and under the policy, even extenuating circumstances like, say, national security, terror threats, or the arrest of a dangerous felon would need to get proper approval. President-elect Trump reportedly plans to scrap this policy on his first day in office, so January 20th. Right now, Border Patrol says there are roughly 11 million undocumented immigrants in the U.S. Retired ICE Director Ron Vitello tells us, immigration officials have their work cut out for them, but this move could help.
It'll have an effect because the front line won't have to call Washington to carry out the priorities of taking criminals who are also in the country illegally off the street. So it'll have that impact. They'll be able, their workflow just got easier, or will get easier, January 20th. So that it'll have that level of impact.
So on the flip side, you have organizations like the ACLU and Human Rights Watch that just certainly, they disagree and already are coming up with some ripple effects, if you will, predicting them from once these protections go away.
What we'll probably see is a decline of students going to school or people seeking emergency services in hospitals, which could be very detrimental for our community.
And we're at a church this morning, and over the years, there have been some reports of church leaders who have housed migrants that have been harassed. They worry that that'll only get worse with this starting come January 20th. And also should mention, on the contrary, some ICE agents certainly believe that this will remove what has been an unnecessary hurdle that's been in place since really 2011, Marky.
Xavier Walton, thank you for that update this morning, live from Texas. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.